Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It's been a bit. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and being patient with me. I am bright and early outside this morning, so give me a moment to get everything together. I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. So if you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. And thank you so much for bearing with me while we go through this ply of life. So it is a little after 6:30 here in the upstate of South Carolina. And I am outside very early because today is, it's a Saturday and it's the end of June. And if you are in the upstate or in the South at all, you understand our heat right now. So it is like 6:35 and I've got some beans to pick. I had some edamame already, so I'm going to go ahead and pick those this morning because whatever I do this week, the next 4 to 5 days, is going to have to be done either very early in the morning or very late at night due to the extreme heat that is getting ready to hit. It is already extremely muggy out here. It is very stuffy out here. So let me show you what's going to happen. And bear with me, I did film you guys an update the other day, but I never did get back out here that night because I wasn't feeling well. So bear with me, I'm going to roll that clip now, and then I'm going to bring you back to current day, okay? So we're going to do one of those movie montages where we're going to bounce back a couple of days, but then we're going to come right back. So be right back. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Adrienne. And this is our little part of South Carolina. If you are not new here and you've been returning, thank you so much. And thank you for bearing with me while I go through the stages that we've gone through. I have not videoed our new things yet that will be coming. And I'm having to wear my headphones today. But I'm outside, as you can see. It has been a beautiful couple of days, but very hot. And we've got a heat wave coming in. So for the next foreseeable week, I'm going to be inside for most of the day. I will not be able to come out except early in the morning or right before sunset. So right now, it's not even 80 degrees. We're still around the 75, 76 mark. So I decided to do some gardening today. I'm going to show you where we are because I am preparing to do another planting. It is July the 24th, somewhere around in there, 23rd, 24th. And I can plant a few later plantings and a few vegetables now for our fall. And then what I'm thinking of also is trying to prepare for the holidays. I know it's July and I know it's hot, but I need to start planning now and planting now for that. So let me show you what I've done, strictly because I had to free up some space in my one bed. And you know, we're cultivating another one. So I'll show you what I did there to get it going, because I will here in the fall be planting in that for the winter harvest. So let me show you what I've... So we have actually had some onions pop up. I thought that I had gotten them all out, but obviously I had not. So we are pulling some because I actually pulled one this morning. I didn't realize it was still down there. Our edamame are almost ready to pick. I'm just waiting on them to fill up some more. But as you see, we do have quite a few on there. We've got a good harvest there. Our beans are not runners. They are bush beans. And we have some beans growing. So I'm not going to harvest today because there's some small ones in there also. But I will harvest soon. And then our cucumbers are doing well. I've got 4 or 5 cucumbers coming in. I just hope they don't burn up. Squash, zucchini, they're trying. My pepper plant, this one is the one, y'all, it has really just taken off. This pepper plant. Our okra's got okra on it, but they're not growing. My pepper plant, this is the yellow bell, it is actually put back out. See more of my onions that are popping up, so I'm just leaving those. So I cleared all of my caladiums, or however you say it. Oh look, y'all, there's a pollinator. Yay! Pollinate, baby, pollinate. That's why my cucumbers are doing so well, because they're pollinating really well. Now if they'll just hop over. So I went ahead and pulled all of my flowers except for this one, so that I can plant a couple more beans in here. I've cleaned this up because I do have some dill seeds I'm going to try to plant in my garden there. I just left these because I really don't need that right now. Our tomato plants are doing fantastic. So many blooms. But look, y'all, they're dying off. See? So I don't understand what's happening. But they are dying off. Now I put all of my flowers in this bed because I want to be able to draw them in, but I'm trying to go ahead and get my soil going also. I pulled up all of my other stackables that didn't work, poured the soil in there, and just replanted all of my flowers. And then I've got those there. That's the citronella. It smells amazing. So I was told we would not bear fruit this year. We have fruit. So we're going to see how that goes. And then I pulled the flowers up from back there, put them over there, so that I can plant probably some pumpkins back there. Those are doing really well. So everything's coming along. Like I said, I'm not expecting a huge harvest just because we didn't plant a lot. But I am seeing a lot coming in and a lot happening. So I'm going to bring you back out when we plant later. I'm going to come and do that at dusk. So this video is going to be, you're going to see both times of the day. So we will see you here in a bit. I'm watching the bumblebees just fly around my garden. So I'm very excited about that. So hopefully he'll be able to pollinate my vegetables. So see y'all at dusk. Alright, so since that day, I will tell you what we have done. This is what our first bed looks like now. As you see, I moved all of those plants, which I showed you the other day. I'll show you those in just a minute. I wanted to tell you that to show you this. Look at those onions. I guess I thought I had them all up, and they are now sprouting. Wasn't really sure if those were what we planted or if they were something that either was in the soil or whatnot. So yesterday I was out here and one of the tops had started turning brown. I know when they start doing that, I need to get it out of the soil. So I dug down, and sure enough, there was a little bitty onion down there. So these I'm just letting go. I've kind of covered them. I've made sure they had soil around them and everything else. So in this area, we have planted a zucchini seed, I believe. I don't know if I can seed them. I don't know. I think I'm supposed to put them in not direct soil. I'm doing my own thing. I'm figuring this thing out. Ow, look at our okra bush, y'all. It's huge. Look at this leaf. Look at how huge those leaves are. So our okra are finally growing again. They kind of stalled for a bit, but now they're taking back off. I did have to pull my zucchini plant up yesterday. I'm not sure what happened to it, but it did have, the roots were already rotting. So it had root rot, so I pulled it out. That's my squash plant. There, I think only buying one negatively hurt me because I didn't have the partner to it. So next go around, I'm going to plant 2 or 3. I'm going to plant multiples because now I know what I'm doing. I feel a little bit better about what's going on. Look at my cucumber plant. That is one plant, and it is taking off. We've got several cucumbers starting, and then I have one, I think, there it is. He's trying. He's growing. So we got several of these little baby ones. Lots of flowers, but I have seen the pollinators out here. Now these are my beans. When I lift them up, there are beans underneath. Tomato plants. Y'all still don't know what's going on with them. I get all kind of flowers. No tomatoes. Not one tomato yet. Those little flowers, I'm telling you, I have learned so much about those flowers. The herb bed. Look at my basil. I'm going to pick some of that today. And my parsley, I got to get it picked. Some of it's starting to turn. Okay, y'all. These two right here were little basil plants that I purchased from the Dollar Tree of all places. And they really just started sprouting up. So I'm just trying to see what they're going to do. Left a couple of my flowers. Alright, y'all. This is my little tomato plant that could. If y'all been with me since the beginning, this little tomato plant here was about this big and come from the food pantry. We now have blooms. It has bloomed out. So, we shall see if we actually get any fruit from it. There's my other tomato plant. Same thing with the original one. Plenty of flowers. No tomatoes. So I'm wondering, let me know if I have done a disservice by separating my tomatoes into buckets. Should I put them all into a bed or should I make their own bed? Because we are expanding. This is the other bed. I took a couple of those flowers and put them, look at how big they've gotten, y'all. They're huge. So I got to figure out where to put those. I planted some little flowers. Now in this bed and in that other one, I forgot to tell you, we do have some beans, bush beans. We do have some zucchini, and there's all kinds of stuff we planted in here. Got my flowers here. I'm going to take care of those later. That's our citronella. Alright, y'all, we were told we would not get berries this first year. We have berries. I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to eat them the first year or not. If they're going to be like, are berries like Brussels sprouts and asparagus? Your first year, you shouldn't eat them. And then you eat them next year. Let me know. These are my cantaloupe and watermelon. May have waited too late. If I did, it's okay. We're still learning. And then I put these around the yard because I honestly feel like they just need more shade than sun. But I don't know. I've never seen them. I think they get as big as your container. Y'all help me out with those. So what we are going to do this morning is, I don't have anything that needs to be picked down through there. There's nothing here. But I am going to test basil and parsley. Oh, I did plant some dill back in that corner, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, and my jalapenos. I'm telling you right now, those are 2 more jalapenos. We already ate the first one. I made fresh salsa with it. So we've got more coming in and more starting to fruit up. So we'll see how many we get. So I'm harvest because I didn't bring my tripod out. So I will show you what we get here in a moment. Okay, so our big harvest is over. I know that for a lot of people, you're going to look at me going, you've done all of that for that. As I've said many times, this is our first year doing this. Yes, about 10 years ago, I had a waist-size raised bed where we lived. But it was literally 3 of those herb buckets on a stand. That was all I had. So this is the biggest that we've ever done. So this was what I picked this morning. We had some edamame ready and we had some beans ready. Now what I'm going to show you is a little sneak peek. We have been given the approval to do whatever we want to here. So as I showed you before, we've got several things that need to come down. My husband's going to build me a small greenhouse. It's going to be more like a galley greenhouse. Around your home, if you have negative space that's just kind of sitting there and really not doing anything, is this area. This wants to fill over with the bushes, and then we've got this area here. So he's going to make me a small little galley. We'll still be able to get around it, but I'm going to have just enough room right there to be able to have a greenhouse. So all of this I'm going to end up lining with beds of things that need to be in the shade or more in a shady spot. All of this is going to come down. We're going to fill it with berries. We're going to take this corner and partition it off with some privacy things. We've got a few ideas about right here. But what I want to be able to do is to continue my beds coming down to here and then coming around. I want a horseshoe shape so that I can walk into the middle and be able to take care of things. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to draw it out this weekend, discuss it with the big man, with my husband, and let's see what we can do. So this is a short little thing. I know it's not a long one today. I do still need to harvest my basil and my parsley. And then I need to get to, hopefully in the next couple weeks, I'm going to be able to get to the store and get my little mosquito catcher things together. I've seen several videos about that because I'm getting eaten up out here right now already. And it's already starting to get hot. I'm starting to feel that humidity ickiness. So I'm going to grab these and head on inside. I got a few things I'm going to do today, but the oven is not one of them. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to have for dinner so I can get it out of the freezer. So, guys, I know this was short. I appreciate you hanging out with me this morning, but I'm going to get back inside before I start getting the humidity stickies. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your neighbors. In the way the world is today, we all could use a hand. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.